Have you ever thought about where and how to touch an older woman? Many people might think this is a puzzle, but the truth is that touching these spots on an older woman can make you feel a deep and lasting connection with her. Today I'm going to show you the 7 spots that can make any older woman feel a mix of desire and magic, setting her in love with you. But don't fall for it. It's not just about touching, it's also about knowing how these gestures and touches can make you feel close to someone emotionally. Think about being the man who knows exactly where and how to touch her to bring back feelings she thought she had forgotten and that no one else would make her feel. Also, I should say that the first 2 touches can make her feel intense and thrilling, but the 5th and final touch is what will fully hypnotize any older woman. But before we start, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the program. Click the bell icon and give it a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's begin. Upper back number 1. First, let's look at a woman's lower back. It might look like just a shared area at first, but don't be fooled by how simple it looks. It is said that this area has a special power that can express safety and warmth. To offer more than a touch, when you put your hand there with an almost invisible lightness, you are sending a deep message. I'm here for you. Imagine that you're walking with her through a crowded area or up a flight of stairs, and your hand rests gently on the lower part of her back. This small action sends a strong message that you are aware of her needs and are ready to help her by being there for her in silence. A soft touch like this shows care and security without words. It's like an invisible presence that says everything that needs to be said. The touch should always be smooth and soft without making it look like you're trying to control or invade her space. Instead of seeing it as something you force on people, think of it as a constant sign of security. Whether you're walking next to her, helping her get in or out of the car, or leading her through a crowd, this touch should be a quiet way to let her know she can trust you. It seems like this almost imperceptible touch makes a special connection, a soft and appealing way to show love and support. Second, the nape. Let's talk about the neck, which is an even cooler and more private spot. Because it's so open, this is one of the most delicate parts of a woman's body, and a good touch can really hit you. It's great for a soft touch that shows love. As a sensitive spot, the nape should also be touched with great care and respect by gently massaging it. You can make a unique moment. Plus, you're not just getting closer, you're also making a stronger mental link. This touch does more than just feel good. It shows how much you value her trust in you. By touching this sensitive area, you show that you understand how vulnerable she is, which creates a moment of real closeness. It's important, though, that the touch on the head is light and soft. Instead of pushing or massaging, it's more like giving a soft, almost ethereal touch. It only takes a light touch with the fingers to make someone shiver and feel deep emotions. This touch can be very strong when you're close to her, like when you hug her and hold her face, or when you're just passing by. The neck, on the other hand, is a very sensitive and beautiful area, so unless she specifically asks you not to, it's best to keep the touch light. Touching a woman on the neck gives her a tempting taste of what could be, implying closeness without going too far. Imagine you're talking close to each other, or just having a moment with her. Take a moment to admire the beauty of her neck and let your touch do the rest. When used with care, a small touch can turn a simple contact into something beautiful and appealing. This touch can elicit delightful reactions that show a connection that grows stronger quickly before going on to give an important message. Have you ever thought about sending a woman a magnetic text message that would make her want to be with you more than anything else? After reading that line, any woman might be asking, "What phrase is this?" These secret messages make you want to do something you can't stop. There are magnetic messages that get into her head and mess with her emotions, making her think about you all the time, even if she has a boyfriend or only sees you as a friend. If you send this message to a woman, she will get very excited and want to see you no matter what. Don't send this message if you don't want this woman to fall in love with you. Click on the first link below and get it right. Now the secret message that will make her want to spend all day and night thinking about you and be crazy about you. Third, the arm. It may come as a surprise, but the arm is a real hero when it comes to making intimate moments happen. Imagine having a deep and honest talk with a woman. You and she would share your feelings and thoughts at that moment of connection. Touching her arm lightly or giving her a soft kiss can make a bodily connection that shows how deeply you feel about her. This action shows that you are really there and interested in what is being said, showing that you care about the talk. The trick is to make sure the touch feels casual and unplanned. You shouldn't grab her arm, but instead let your hand move naturally toward her arm as you lean in to listen better or stress a point. It's a touch that says a lot without words, making you feel closer and more emotionally involved. It's a real art form of connection and touch. And this motion is unique because it can be used in many ways. It doesn't matter if you're standing next to each other or sitting down. Always close at hand, the arm is ready to be used for a soft touch. This soft touch can show support, interest, and a link that goes beyond words. As you touch, it builds a bridge between you. Slowly pay attention to how she might lean towards you, making the moment you're sharing more private. Fourth, the knee. Now let's look at a strange part of the body, the knees. This area around the knees has a lot of power to make you feel close and seductive, especially when touched with care and purpose. Imagine the senior and you watching a movie or drinking wine together. While you talk, your hand rests gently on her knee. It may look like a simple move, but it means a lot. This light touch makes you feel close and at ease, which helps to improve the bond between you. The key is to keep the touch soft and focus on the emotional bond instead of the physical thrill. It's not about putting pressure on her, it's about being a trustworthy presence that shows you care about her, whether you're walking or watching a movie. When hand-holding, the knee is an easy-to-reach spot that's great for a light touch. Try it out and see how this small act makes her feel closer and more important. 5. The waist. Now, let's talk about the waist. This is an area that can help you get closer, show love, and reach new levels of intimacy. The waist is a very sensitive spot, and touching it can make you feel many things, from safe and close to wanting something passionate. This touch tells me a lot about how you feel. Picture yourself dancing with someone else to the beat of the music. Your hand rests softly on her waist, giving her a touch that is both loving and safe. As you move together in perfect harmony, this action sends a message of safety and closeness, strengthening your bond and commitment to each other. But keep in mind that the touch on the waist should always be polite and that you're not trying to control or force the situation. Instead, you're giving strong and friendly support. This motion is flexible and can be used in a number of settings. The waist is the best place for this kind of touch, whether you're walking or cuddling on the couch for a picture, being safe and alluring at the same time. See how she reacts to your soft touch in this area. Make her feel safe and special. 6th, the hands. Now let's talk about the power of hands. And they may seem like an obvious choice, but when held carefully, hands can become very close and tempting. Imagine that you are in a deep talk with someone face to face in a cafe or restaurant. You reach out and hold her hand, giving it a soft but firm touch. Even though this is a simple action, it shows a warm and real connection, as if your hands are simply joining together. At that time, you're showing that you are fully present by giving your full attention and care. It's best for the touch to be soft and natural, with no forced pressure, but with a sense of safety and warmth. By holding her hand gently, you create a deeply peaceful space. To hold hands is a classic and always seductive thing to do, whether you're walking, sitting in a park, or having a private talk. This contact shows genuine attention and a sense of connection safety. Watch how she calms down and reacts to your touch, making her feel valued and noticed. Acting on the spot is the key. There shouldn't be any pressure or fear in the touch. Keep the contact at a level that is comfortable for both of you. This will help you get closer and improve your relationship. 7th, the wrist. Let's look at what makes the wrist so appealing. It's one of the most sensual and romantic parts of a woman's body. The inner wrist is especially soft, and a soft touch there can make you feel close and sexual. Picture what will happen as you bring her hand close to your lips. On that tender spot, you give it a little kiss. This private act makes you feel like you're sharing a secret with each other, which is full of charm and romance. Right now, you show your interest and respect in a stylish and understated way. It's important that the touch is light and brief, leaving no marks or entering her space. Instead, you hint at a closer relationship in the future by giving her a sneak peek of what could happen next. If you want to meet her or say goodbye, the wrist is a great place to touch her. See what she says about it.